Welcome to VLSI design video. We are looking at unit 6 CAD tools. I hope you have watched all the 4 videos of this particular unit. So in continuation with that, we are looking into the lecture 5 about the backend tools, that is the circuit extractors and layout editors. So the objective of this video is to make you understand what the circuit extractors are and why it is used for backend design. So let's start with the circuit extractors. Circuit extraction is an extension of design rule checking and uses similar algorithms. In the last video you might have watched about how we start up with the schematic. After drawing the schematic, then we try to prepare a layout for the schematic what we have done, or for the design what we have made, and then once the layout is prepared, that layout has to be checked for the design rules which are specified as lambda rules mostly, or micron rules, which are mentioned inside the design rule checking program. So this DRC program will check all these things, and once DRC is done, then layout extraction also will be done, where we will extract the parasitics and then we will compare the layout what we have prepared with the layout generated by the tool on its own, or the automatic tools, and then we will come up with the circuit extractor. So circuit extraction is an extension of design rule checking and it uses similar algorithms. A design rule checker must identify transistors and vias to ensure proper checks. Otherwise, it might highlight a transistor as a polysilicon diffusion spacing error. So this DRC is a most important one. It should properly, everything neatly, it should identify and it should highlight, it should showcase, it should give out what all the things which are incorporated inside it as design rules. So a circuit extractor performs a complete job of component and wire extraction. Sorry. It produces a netlist which lists the transistors in the layout and the electrical nets which connect their terminals. Vias do not appear in the netlist. A via simply merges two nets into a single larger net. The circuit extractor usually measures parasitic resistance and capacitance on the wires and annotates the netlist with those parasitic values. The simplest extraction algorithm works on a layout without cells. This is often called flat circuit extraction. So now you might be getting the simplest extraction algorithm. There are some algorithms. So the first one is the simplest extraction algorithm. So this algorithm works with the layout. Okay, no doubt what we have prepared. We have already prepared the layout. So it works with the layout cells, but it is a flat circuit extraction. It will not follow the component hierarchy. It will not follow which to come up first and which is the next. It simply just gives out a single level of extraction, that is called as flat circuit extraction or the simplest extraction. However, a flattened layout is very large, so it won't look at the hierarchy. As I said, it won't see whether they are essential or not. It just simply gives out. So a layout built of 100 rectangle cell repeated 100 times will have 100 rectangle plus 100 small cell records. So the same layout flattened to a single cell will have 10,000 rectangles. So just you can imagine, if you use the simplest extraction algorithm, it will just multiply, or it will just showcase the numbers which what we use as the cells, and that many since one cell, suppose it needs 100 some cells, small cells, then just multiply and will show you. So the largest chips which are used today now in the market or in use need over 1 billion rectangles to describe their mask set, isn't it? So in that case, how does it generate? It will generate billions and trillions. So that added side claims penalties in disk storage, main memory and CPU time, which is again a big task for us to maintain. So then came up the hierarchical circuit extraction. The simplest extraction gave us the results with the huge storage or huge elements which are huge in number. So then next came up the hierarchical circuit extraction. So the hierarchical circuit extraction extracts circuits directly on the hierarchical layout description hierarchically, that is step by step. Suppose first it should check MOSFETs, that is PMOS and NMOS. Again in PMOS and NMOS, what are the elements or what are the parasitics? So everything step by step it will just check out and see, and then it will generate if really needed or not. So that does hierarchically from the layout. So dealing with cell hierarchies require more sophisticated algorithms which are beyond our scope. Hierarchical extraction may also require design restrictions such as eliminating overlaps between cells. However, one problem which must be solved is which will be shown in the figure in the next slide, the kinds of problems introduced by the hierarchical extraction. You can see here we have a layout. In the layout, let me say this is one block is having some N1 as input and N2 as output, and the block name is given as B. Actually my layout is this complete A block, and this layout is made up of two more blocks which is B and C. So B is something which is designed as a layout using for an inverter, or it is representing an inverter, and C block it is representing a NAND gate. So if you consider this, each cell is having its own netlist. This is having a netlist as inverter, and this one is having a netlist as a NAND gate, and this is having AB as input and O as output, and this is having I as input and O as output. So the netlist of leaf cells makes sense on their own, but A's netlist, the A which is on whole, is written in terms of its components like inverter and NAND. So we often want to generate a flattened netlist. Flattening the netlist after extraction makes sense because the netlist is much smaller than the layout, because we have only two things here. So we say the netlist is less, but your layout, ma'am, it looks big. Once you, this is actually the block representation or like a block diagram, only the blocks are shown, but inside which this inverter I might have prepared the layout using CMOS, or I might have prepared the layout using only NMOS, I don't know. So that is again the user dependent. To create the flattened netlist, we must make correspondences between nets in the cells and nets in the top level component. Once again we use transitive closure. If net O, which is output in cell B, is connected to N2 in A, which in turn connected to net A in C. If you see here, this O is connected to C also, this O is connected to B also, as well this O is connected to A because this is the A block, and this O here also is connected to A block. So which in turn is connected to net A in C, then B, O and A, N2 and C are all connected. Flattening algorithms can be very annoying if they choose the wrong names for combined elements. Suppose if we are using the combined elements and if there is something mismatching, then the flattening algorithms will be like little critical and difficult. So in this case, into the top level components name for the net is probably the name most recognizable to the designer. A circuit extractor from layout has two important uses. The first one is the extractor circuit can be simulated and the results compared to the specified circuit design are to be compared. Serious layout errors such as missing transistor or a missing wire should show up as a difference in the specified and extractor circuits. And the second important use is extracted parasitics can be used to calculate the actual delays, by which the circuit performance may be estimated using standard parasitic values, or parasitics may have been ignored entirely, but long wires can slow down the logic gates. So comparing the actual performance of the extracted layout to the predicted performance will tell you whether the logic and circuit need to be modified or not, or where there is a critical delay or a critical problem exists. That all again we need to analyze and see whether we are supposed to continue with the extracted one or we need to make any changes. All these things have to be performed. So this is how the circuit extraction is done. The first step is the simple extraction where it just flattens, and the next is the hierarchical extraction. In that step by step we follow because of the uses, and while we are following the step by step, the algorithm, some sophisticated algorithms are to be used. And in the hierarchical extraction we have the scope that we can compare and we can make the changes, we can modify and compare with the predicted values and whether we need to go further or not. I hope you might have understood about the circuit extractors. Thank you for watching.